studied a degree, sports studies degree with media at university, back in 99 to 2002 at the University of Southampton. Then, rather luckily, got a role as a sports reporter at my local newspaper, the Hertfordshire Mercury. So that kind of involved covering a number of local sports and just filing reports. And then latterly, towards the end of my 4 years there, editing parts of the newspaper as well. And then fired off my CV to a number of clubs. I didn't want to relocate as such, so a number of London clubs. And thankfully there was a role going at QPR, which I got invited for, to come in and do interviews. Got the job, and here I am 10 years later, now overseeing a team of 6 in the QPR media team, and yeah, loving it, really enjoying it, and it's been a really good first big job for me in my career.
Yeah. So what are your kind of responsibilities on a day-to-day basis?
It's a busy job. It's 24/7 working in media, as I'm sure most of your viewers could understand. It's all aspects really, so social, digital, PR, marketing, publications. But my specific role is overseeing the team we've got here, and more so looking after the senior management figures here. So more so the owner and the CEO in terms of their press requirements, and then obviously at first team level with the players and the management. But yeah, mainly PR, and in my most recent addition to what I do on a daily basis is we've set up a ex-players association in the last 6 to 12 months. So that's called the Forever Ours Club, which looks at looking after our ex-players. So that's been a key role for me in the last 6 to 12 months.
So you mentioned you're involved in kind of preparing the first team and management for press duties.
Yep.
What does that kind of entail? Is it just a case of preparing them?
Yeah, preparing them as best you can. Obviously, with the way of the world it is these days, with the media eyes on players at all levels, almost 24/7, especially with the enhancement of social media, it's just making sure the players and the manager are as prepared as possible. So when they are meeting the press, we fully brief them on anything, both internally and externally, that could potentially be thrown in and cause them a couple of curveballs. But we're generally quite lucky. We've got a good group of players here that understand how the media works, and obviously the manager, Ian Holloway, having come from his recent gig at Sky Sports, he's well versed as well.
We see Ian Holloway is a very outspoken character. Does that in a way make your job easier or more difficult?
More challenging,
Yeah.
Mixture of good and bad, I would suggest. Ollie wears his heart on his sleeve. He's Mr. QPR through and through. He knows what this great club is all about and our supporters and what they demand. But yeah, from a media point of view, there's Ollieisms which he comes up with. I think he described us after our draw against Leeds. He said that we're not flitty farty QPR anymore, and most people probably wouldn't even know what that means, but he has his ways. But yeah, he's great to work with from a media point of view, and no excuses for when things go right, no excuses when things go wrong. He just tells it as it is, and I think supporters can relate to that.